My name is LV, and I'm speaking my mind. Ladies and gentlemen, America finally did something rare. Something we never see in Washington. A vote so overwhelming, so lopsided, that it sent a message straight through the marble walls of Capitol Hill. 427-1. Yes, Republicans, Democrats, progressives, conservatives, libertarians, they all said the same thing. Open the Epstein files. Except for one man. Monday, the House of Representatives delivered a thunderous bipartisan smackdown of secrecy. 427 lawmakers voted to release the records, the logs, the communications, the investigations, all tied to Jeffrey Epstein. Unredacted for the powerful, protected for the victims. Only one member, Representative Clay Higgins of Louisiana, voted no. And his reason? He claimed he was worried about protecting victims, despite the bill already including protections and redaction protocols for victims' identities. Now look, if that were really the concern, he could have offered an amendment. He could have worked with the 427 other members who all agreed this need to happen. But instead, he chose to be the lone shield standing in front of the most damning files of the 21st century. And whether fair or not, when you stand alone on something like this, America can't help but wonder, who are you really protecting? For years, the Epstein story has been a stain in our justice system, a wound that keeps reopening because the truth has been sealed under lock and key. Too many questions, too many missing names, too many convenient protections for the rich, the famous, and the politically connected. People have waited long enough. Victims have waited long enough. America has waited long enough. We deserve to know who participated, who enabled, who flew on those planes, who visited those islands, who funded, assisted, or turned a blind eye. These files aren't gossip. They're evidence. Evidence that may finally bring clarity to what so many survivors have been screaming for decades. That power protected itself, and the powerless paid the price. And Mr. President, let's talk for a second. You said I have nothing to hide. You said you'd open the files. You said transparency is the best disinfectant. Well, sir, here we are. The bill has passed the House. The Senate is preparing the vote. The demand is clear. The people have spoken. So let me say this plainly. If you truly have nothing to hide, then let the American people see everything. Not a sanitized version, not a selectively edited version, not a version with the names of the rich and powerful carved out like they're special. We're talking the full files. Every page, every line, every name. This is your moment to prove your words mean something. Because the truth is simple. The only people afraid of transparency are the people with something to lose. And the 427-1 vote tells me this. Even Congress is tired of walking around the shadows of Epstein's ghost. Tired of the unanswered questions. Tired of the secrets that have protected billionaires, celebrities, and political elites for far too long. If you were involved, you should be nervous. If you lied, you should be scared. If you participated, you should be preparing for a very uncomfortable chapter ahead. Because America is ready to flip every page. So today marks a turning point. This is not about left versus right. This is not about red versus blue. This is about right versus wrong. A nation wants the truth. Victims deserve justice. And the powerful deserve no protection. 427 members of Congress, including some who never agree on a bag of chips, came together to say, open the files. Only one didn't. So now, as this bill moves forward, America waits for one message. Turn on the lights. Open the doors. Release the files, because the truth belongs to us. And for everyone who says they have nothing to hide, this is your chance to prove it. My name is LV, and I have spoken my mind.